Joining us in studio, we have Jen and Luke from Tears. Good morning, guys.
Hi. Good morning.
And good morning to these two. Luke, please introduce us to our two little superheroes.
Cool, this is little TJ.
Yeah.
He is a medium-sized boy, just over a year old, full of love and character and lots of fun. And Imogen is our pretty femme fatale Tears, and she's probably about 5 years old now.
Oh, man, you know what? I've literally been in their company for just a couple of minutes now, and I can really tell they are such well-behaved, awesome personality dogs. Jen, let's talk about this campaign. I think it's absolutely amazing trying to find these two guys beautiful, loving homes. What was the inspiration?
So Hills is highlighting one of their food ranges, ID and ID Stress. And the usual way would be to use stock images or to use model dogs. And they work quite a lot with us and sponsor a lot of our cases. And I think we have a little bit of a soft spot.
I'm sure.
And they have one for us. And they've decided to use our dogs on all their posters and in their campaign to highlight the dogs that really, really need the best care and to help us find them homes. And we have a lot of dogs that are in need of homes, and we have an excellent team of people that try and get them out as often as possible. But the truth is, it's tough finding homes for dogs.
It's only right that they deserve a loving home. Now, let's talk about Imogen here for a second. Now, she's been on the ID Stress for quite a while now. What exactly is her story?
She was brought in about 8 months ago by a concerned community member. They saw the state she was in. She was chained up. She wasn't getting fed well. And they brought her into us and said, please help. So the main problems that she came in with was that she was very, very, very underweight. She was also very anxious in the kennels. Yeah, just was not a happy little dog. So we eventually tried the Hills ID, which, within 3 to 4 days started making a difference that we saw, which was great. We had her on Hills ID for about 4 months, and she gained a couple kilos. She came in at 11, and she's now 20. And 5 of those kilos came in the last 3 months while she was on Hills ID Stress. And yeah, the dog you see today is different to the one that came in. Just much calmer, much happier and healthier.
I can only imagine the state that she must have been in. It must have been incredibly damaging to her body as well.
Yeah, neglect, malnutrition, it's something that we see every day, unfortunately. But the dogs that come into us are the lucky ones, and we get to turn them into these happy, healthy things in front of us, and the rest is up to the public to give them homes.
Luke, let's talk about the adoption process. Should somebody want to go and adopt either one of these beautiful pups, I mean, what is the process like? I mean, is it quite involved or is it pretty easy?
It's pretty easy. We try to match the right dogs with the right families. It's just so no one gets returned or gets brought back because this is a bad match.
Yeah.
So we've got an adoption questionnaire which families fill out, and we kind of make sure that the dog they like is going to be the perfect fit for them. And then once that's done, we'll come through and do a home inspection just to make sure the property's enclosed and they'll be allowed inside and looked after and things like that. If they've got existing dogs, we can do a social to make sure all the dogs get on, because that's really important. And yeah, the whole process probably takes 5 to 7 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really not intensive as well, and it also creates a bit of a suspense kind of
Yes.
period, especially if you've got kids involved. I remember adopting my very first dog, and I couldn't wait, but almost that process just took too long for a kid. It was so exciting, man.
How many more sleeps?
Yeah, exactly. You count them down. So if people want to know more about these two, where would they go?
They can visit our website. It's tears.org.za. And they're also featured on the Hills Transforming Lives website as well, with their little video shoot and photo shoot for the campaign that they did.
Perfect. Yeah. I love that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning and bringing these two little superheroes as well. So go out there and do your bit. Think about adoption. Think about just adding a new little addition to your family. If you want to know more about how to adopt either one of these two dogs, you can just log on to Tears' website. That's tears.org.za.